get his rhythm going. Doc Rivers trying to get him some confidence in there as well.
DeLon Wright off the Mavericks bench with Memphis last year. And Wright, patient, gets the scoop and count the basket. 3-point chance for the Mavericks, courtesy of DeLon Wright. And again, Reggie Jackson trying to walk it off back there on his way back again.
Defensive lanes getting a couple turnovers early.
If you're just joining us once again, as George on the take, takes on Boban and scores the layup. No Kristaps Porzingis tonight. Right knee injury. It's a different knee than the one that he had surgery on while he was a member of the New York Knicks. And no Patrick Beverley for the Los Angeles Clippers. He continues to sit with a calf injury. There's a block by Harrell. Clippers have tightened up defensively. Harrell goes to the hole, gets a friendly roll. And the bench loving every bit of it. Montrezl Harrell a chance at a three-point play.
You can read body language and you can tell different tendencies, and you're going to see the defense right here. And I made.
There's an offensive board on the miss. Kleba got it. Here's Curry now, and the runner is good.
That's why he's good. He's historically up there with the greatest three-point shooters of all time, but he never settles. He's a bucket getter. He's a hooper. He's not just a specialist.
Williams drives, scores, and is fouled by Marjanovic. Lou Williams taking on the 7'4" Boban.
So smooth, so hard to stop in the pick and roll. He's one of the best one-on-one players that we have in this game, the all-time leading scorer off the bench. And you think about all those names that have come off the bench, from recently to a guy like Jamal Crawford.
And that rattles home. You know, Chris, to your point on Curry, you look at his game 4, 15 points, and you say, okay, well, he probably made 5 threes.
Right.
He didn't make a single three in that game.
Wow.
Only attempted 1. Scoring inside, just like that. Mavericks need him. Here's George. Little set shot is good.
It's passed by Zubac there, little bounce pass. And on this end, you got to keep that three-man weave at the top going. Look at the pick and roll. You're going to see them try to attack Zubac and the bigs to get some space.
Clippers fans breathing easier right now. George is off to a great start. Curry will pull a 3, and Zubac's the board.
Good to see Reggie Jackson back in.
See what he has. He's going to fire up a three-pointer and squares it up right down the pipe. Montrezl Harrell bringing the energy and the noise, and the Clippers up 22 with 8 minutes left in this second quarter.
That Kawhi has shown in Paul George that eventually a shot would go down. Prior to tonight's game, Doc Rivers showed that same confidence, saying that he's told Paul George, just keep shooting, keep being him. And he said he can't imagine the advice that Paul George has been getting. And he told a pretty funny story about how back in his day, and C-Web, you can probably relate to this too, you only had one house phone that people can call you on. Now you've got cell phones, you've got social media, all these people that can come at you with all this advice. Coach Doc Rivers said, I hope Paul George is listening to none of them.
Jared, you're so right. I mean, that may seem small, but you're right. Really what you're doing is you're saying you take all opinions, all advice, all hate home with you on your phone. And so that's the problem as well. Hoping that everybody doesn't look at social media, doesn't look at what's being. Your mom, let's not show our age.
Don't forget about call waiting now.
Oh, come on.
Revolutionary.
Star 69. That was revolutionary. Remember that?
Oh, a bunch of old heads.
Oh, man, that changed the world for me.
Just Google it out there if you don't know what we're talking about. 21-point game. Remember, the Mavericks were down 21 with 8 minutes left in game 4, forcing overtime, then that dramatic victory. So the Mavs are hoping maybe history does repeat itself, but the Clippers look terrific so far tonight. Both ends of the floor. Doncic back on the floor, was getting some regular treatment, some heat on that ankle, and Trey Burke delivers a mid-range jump shot.
You know what, Trey Burke to me has just been inspiring in these playoffs. When I watch him play, I watch him playing like he's trying to, another shot by Paul George. I watch Trey Burke. It looks like he's trying to prove the league wrong. It looks like he's playing for something bigger than the playoffs. I mean, with this game the other night, he comes into the playoffs with only a few points, and the other night, he just goes off.
How satisfying is it for him as Hardaway hits a 3? Trey Burke was waived by the Sixers.
Doc Rivers and did the circle of bases sign, like check it over. Oh, beautiful. Backdoor.
Kleber. A run to the rim. He makes his calf, all those areas around that injured ankle, Chris.
Yeah, they all tighten up, and Luka's just going to try to keep things loose. And speaking of loose, Kawhi gets loose and gets the and one in his sweet spot.
You can just see the excitement in Kawhi Leonard. See how effective he will be. Mavs already without Kristaps Porzingis tonight. Second consecutive game. Doncic turns it over, looking for a foul. Might give the Clippers a block there. Jackson, nifty dribbling, dishes one to Shamet, who hits a three.
Oh, I'm so impressed with that pass, because usually when you go behind your back and you fake somebody and you got them falling, you want to complete the layup. But with Reggie Jackson, I'm really impressed with how he's been trying to play team ball on this Clipper team.
No basket. Foul is before the shot.
You know it's scary, B.A.
Three-pointer is up. Hardaway, no. And Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Luka is really laboring out there.
Morris for three. Got another one. And the run continues for the Clippers. Their bench is up and in it. 11-0 run for the Clippers right now. And a burst here to go up 17. Largest lead by either team in this series thus far. Doncic showed a three on his way in. And the runner's no good. Kleber there, offensive board and the putback. Doncic, it looks like he's about 50% right now.
Yeah, and he's frustrated, and you don't want...
Leonard misses a three. Two massive runs for the Clippers in this game. Doncic whistles one over to Finney-Smith. He's got a three.
Doncic waved everybody off. He's frustrated about being down so much and just said, you know what, I'm going to take this one myself out of the post. He made himself a post player on that play, even though it was on the perimeter, just so he could get a good angle.
2.5 to go in the second quarter. Kawhi Leonard fadeaway, not there. Doncic trips down the rebound. That's his fifth to go along with 9 points. Doncic hangs, comes up short. Again, staring at the official.
He wants a technical. Sometimes, emotionally, you just want one. A technical gives you a little bit of a release of frustration.
There's a save, and Zubac fouled on his way in. What a performance here in Game 5. The number 2 seed, second best record behind the Lakers. And many expecting a Lakers-Clippers Western Conference Finals as Hardaway hits a three.
You also want to play well as a team to rest your guys. You don't want Paul George and Kawhi playing all game. So you want to make sure you close it early. You want to make sure guys like Montrezl Harrell and others on the bench get their rhythm going. So you want them to have an extended period of playing time. Kawhi, bang, baseline.
Hey, if he gets an extended period of playing time. Approaching 1 minute remaining in this first half. It's been a dominant first half by the LA Clippers. Shot clock down to 4. Morris spins, had it poked away. Now Morris got to put up a prayer. The three-pointer, no good. And Doncic with a rebound. Doncic peels it back, finds Maxi Kleber. Finney-Smith keeps it alive. Offensive board for the Mavericks. Curry lets a defender pass, comes up way short. Never had it laced up that time. Missed opportunity for the last shot. Doncic turns a corner, is fouled by Zubac. And the Mavs in the bonus. He's got 7 rebounds, 3 assists thus far. Montrezl Harrell back on the floor. A lot of time here for the Clippers to make a run with 3.4 seconds and get the last shot up, provided they secure the rebound. Doncic comes up short. Harrell with the board. Fires one three-quarter court, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. The LA Clippers, they run it in the first half. Once led by 27, Kawhi Leonard